Shit, it's your boy, the Kid Biggest. You know how we rocking, man. Another day, another fit, man. That's what type of time we on. Another day, another fit. You dig? Get money, shit. Yeah, another day, another fit. Talk about it, y'all. What? Yeah, man. Uh-huh. Ponle like. Oh, another day, another fit. You know how we rocking. So we scoop that up. You know what I mean? I scooped up something brand new. Grocery store vibes. You know what I mean? Talk your shit, nigga. Go ahead, do your shit, on. Another day, another fit. Y'all know how we rockin'. You know how we give it up over here. Another day, another fit. Got me another joint from the core spot. Another tea. You know we had to do red. Got me another red joint. Another LaCroix joint, red. Look at the packaging, man. There's too many stores that got the LaCroix packaged up like that. Subscribe to the channel. We got almost 1,000 subscribers. I need like 50 people. We need like 50 more subscribers to the channel to get 1,000. We almost got 1,000 subscribers. I'm the LaCroix King, the largest LaCroix collection in the NYC. You dig? We got almost 1,000 subscribers. I need like 60 more heads. I need y'all to share the channel, subscribe, like. Boom. We almost in there like swimwear. You dig? Thank you, thank you. Another day, another fit. That's how we rockin'. We got almost 1,000 subscribers, man. Help us out. 1,000 subscribers. Just subscribe and like the video. I went and I scooped up something brand new. I did some more red liqueurs. That's my joint. We got the largest liqueurs. This is why I fuck with it. Look at the quality. Look how they package it. This ain't a regular t-shirt. Look how they package it, man. They protect the logo is protected. You dig? Boom. $60, nothing major. You know what I mean? Just for a tee, 60 bucks. I know how we rocking. Another day, another fit. You dig? Yeah, another day, another fit. Talk about it. I scooped up some new liqueurs right here. Red. Know what I mean? They had it on sale. For little $60. Look at the packaging. That's why I love liqueurs, man. The quality. Look how they protect the logo, man. That white, they compress it over it. No damage. I need y'all another day, another fit. Y'all know how we rocking. Another day, another fit. We got almost 1,000 subscribers. I need y'all to subscribe, like the video, share it, swing it around. You dig? Another day, another fit. I know how we rock over here, man. We in the bodega, in the deli store. Whatever. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Let's see what they got over here. Let's see what we can watch. Yo, you alright, my man? Yo, go ahead, do it. Another day, another fit. You dig? Another day, another fit. So yeah, I'm taking out these Breitling watches, man. That's my shit right here, Breitling. I'm thinking about scooping one of these up, man. What y'all know about the Breitling watches? They fire. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. We got almost 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, man, Breitling watches, they fire, man. I don't know if y'all know about Breitling. They top of the line, man. They've been around since 1884, man. Check out all their collections of watches right here. They fire, man. Collections of Breitlings. Dudes be fucking with the Rollies, but these is fire. I'm excited, y'all do. Look at name Savoya. My son is sick in the back. He keep. Let me see what's going on over here, man. See what this is the call. I need y'all to subscribe to the channel. We need 60 people for 1,000 subscribers. Like the video, please. We don't ask for much. Yeah, just subscribe and yeah, subscribe and like the video. That's all we ask for. Like the video. We almost got 1,000 subscribers. Yeah.
Yo.
What up, brother?
What's good?
Yeah.
Let me get a lighter. Let me get the dollar one right there.
My man. Holla. Another day, another fit.
You already know that.
Yeah, baby.
Alright, good looking.
You know it. Another day, another fit. So we got almost 1,000 subscribers. I need y'all help, y'all. I need y'all help, man. Tú no tienes dulce? Yeah, I need y'all to pull up on me.
So I think I said, listen, if he wanted to shoot you, he would have shot you, okay? I said, guess I don't want to shoot you.
That bitch. I got these custom made. It's got my name on them, custom made joints. Hey. Búscalo. Yeah, look, it got my name on it. Ish. You see my custom made sneakers? It got my name on it right there. Ish. Nike. I got them custom made joints on. Let's see how we rockin', man. I'm boss. We bosses over here, man. Got my name on my sneakers, man. Stop playing with the kid, man. We bosses, man. You see what's going on? See what's going on? Got my name on my shoe. You see what's going on? Bosses over here. Get money niggas and all that. You dig? Alright. Yeah, we bosses over here. Get money niggas and all that, man. You see what I'm saying? It got my name on my sneakers, my footwear. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. We almost got 1,000 subscribers. I need y'all to pull up, support the channel and all that. Yeah! My man, you know, he's doing it. Ain't nothing changed. Yeah, baby. We still here.
You got your Coca-Cola, right? Huh?
I gave $1 for that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you.
No. Just $2, right? Okay.
Oh, good. My friend Gary. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, you have a kid?
Yeah, need y'all to support the channel. We got almost 1,000 heads.
You so white. You look like your daddy.
Uh-oh. Nah, we rocking and all
So
that.
fucking crazy. You need to stop.
Auntie, don't say nothing. I'll get you a burger.
Wow. It's your man, you know what I mean? Wow. Man, opening pumps, travel with the pump and all that.
What you eating?
Wow, the pump man. Wow.
I don't care about that, baby. That's a chick flick.
Maybe that's what happened. Oh man.
What's the girl that got you?
What the fuck?
775.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know why I'm not showing you back. Let me give you the card. Because the money was there. Oh man, I hate all these fucking security features. You gotta fucking charge you to take out your money at the fucking ATM. There's always fucking some shit. You know? I just transfer money over and the shit is declining. It keeps declining. Huh? It's okay, yeah, I'm gonna send it to my Wells Fargo. Yeah, I transfer money from CD Bank to Bank, and then it's like it's declining that. So now I'm gonna
Go
transfer.
for it. Make sure I take care of it.
Nah, man. Yes, sir. Nah, we rocking. You too.
Oh man, but I don't even think I have to.
Yeah. You know how we rocking. Hey, what up, Brody? I'm good, man. Another day, another fit. Another day, another fit. Yeah. You know how we rocking. Ain't nothing changed.
Let me try again, cause it's there. I transferred over $7.89. Oh wait, what's the lie? That's the wrong card. Fuck. Sorry. No, I know, cause maybe you're right. Maybe that is the reason why I kept Apple Pay. I gave him the physical card for it, so I'm not understanding. Oh, there you go. I'm like, maybe you needed a second for the money from Zelle to transfer over. No, I don't need a bag. It's just these two. I put it in the bag. Right? I got.
Yep.
Yep. See?
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Ed.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
You too, alright. We need 60 more people for this 1,000, man. We're gonna get that tonight. I need 1,000 bodies and now 1,000 heads. Subscribe, share my channel so we can get this 1,000 today. Today. We need 1,000 heads. Now, man, I scooped something up from the cars. Now, man, something light. But we did a little $60 on that. On some red Lacoste shit. You know how we rockin', man. Another day, another fit. Ain't nothing changed. Still a boss. Wake up a boss. Smell like a boss. Walk like a boss. Talk like a boss. I'm a boss. Yeah, purple, baby. We doing that Neva purple today, man. We doing the little Neva purple today. You ready? It's purple day today and all that. That's how we rockin', y'all. You know what I mean? The Lacoste King, for real. Right here? Right there.
Oh, shoot.
I show you every day, man. We the Lacoste King, man. We not talking it, we living it. You dig? Yeah.
Oh, God. Guys, I don't have no phone.
For the soda, you good. You good. No, you good. That's only with tap. Next, come on down.
Let me just get it back. I'm out your head.
Right. My man's in the another day, another fit. And every time, pay attention.
Looking, brother.
You know it.
Have a good night.
We outside tomorrow. Another day, another fit. Yeah. I'm gonna take y'all to I'm gonna show you a pair of kits I got custom made from Nike with my name on them. I'll show you I've been fucking with them for a minute. Let me show you right now, man. Let me get these bug outs away from they be on my body, you dig? Yeah. On my body. This spot right here. No. Wow, across the street, fucking these bum bitches. He fucking with these bum bitches, man. How you gonna scoop up 2 beers for one bum bitch? He got him scooping up beers for him. She texting nigga. Alright. Next thing you know, he's scooping up beers, buying her beers.
You got 3 solid $100 bills?
I just paid the workers, that's why I know. I only got 10. Hell yeah. How you gonna buy this bum bitch two beers?
Yeah, that means Habuya bum.
Hey, these bum bitches. How you let them herb you, man? Don't let nobody jerk you. They text you and you buying them beers, man. Part of the game is that, man. We pimps. We pimps, homie. We don't get down like that. So y'all, I'm gonna show y'all how I got these custom made right here with my name on them. Pay attention, it's custom made. I got them in the crib. I've been had them. That's why, and I ordered another pair yesterday, but they talking about it ain't coming. They're not coming until like 3 weeks. Look, my name is on them. I got the colors custom made and all that. I got another pair coming down like this. Regular boss shit, ain't nothing changed. Still a boss. Get buddy, nigga. You dig? Alright. Yeah, ain't nothing changed. Y'all remember that show in the 90s? That shit was mad funny right here.
Please, Sabuya.
Right. These bum ass niggas gonna go buy 2 beers for this bum bitch. She texts him, he go scoop up 2 beers for her. Bum bitch. Yeah. $7 on a bum bitch. $5.
And he call her babe.
Yeah, baby, wifey and all that.
Yeah.
She don't know his name, nothing. She can't tell you his name, nothing, his age. In case of emergency, who do you call? You don't know. In case of emergency, who do you call? Nah, you can't be letting these bum bitches get you, man. These are bum bitches, man.
Ella no sabe ir de aquí, nunca.
Oh, they're gonna do the reunion?
They've never really gotten to really have that restaurant.
Blunt Management founder Ben Mercado worked with David to bring the Bundys back. This time, it took some convincing for Ed.
To me.
To us.
Then there was convincing Christina. She's been away from the spotlight since her diagnosis with multiple sclerosis in 2021. So the show is honoring her by donating proceeds to the Race to Erase MS. And the fan love is pouring in.
But it's pretty insane. You know, we've had some celebrities reach out looking to get tickets.
Maybe some previous guest stars? Like Pamela Anderson, Jimmy Russell, and Mila Jovovich. There are no current plans to tape or extend the show, so this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
It's going to be
Yo, you know what I found out?
I think there's just going to be a lot of laughing.
And you might get a look at some legendary memorabilia.
We're about to start a hunt for the couch. We would really like to find Al Bundy's couch.
She's out by years old. She made a video yesterday. I found out on TikTok. I watched it by mistake.
You feel sorry for her?
No, I didn't know. No, yeah.
So maybe we'll put her back to work.
He's fucking crazy. I don't want to see that bitch as long as I live. This is the dumb.
Yeah, he used to come over here, right?
Yeah.
One day I'll work for her in the morning. I'm in the deli, she's over there, right?
Since our founding in 2005, we at YouTube have continually strived
You hear me?
for the best possible video experience on the internet.
Party?
But that is all about to change. Our latest innovation gives you a way to literally hold YouTube in your hand. Introducing the YouTube Collection on DVD. It's the complete YouTube experience, completely offline. Enjoying YouTube videos has never been easier. With the YouTube Collection, DVDs have been conveniently organized into a system of nested modules. Simply navigate through the modules until you find the DVD of your choice.
Oh, no shame in the game.
Each DVD menu is populated with video thumbnails. Just like on YouTube.com, you can select your playback resolution. And yes, full screen mode is available if desired. The YouTube Collection doesn't require the internet, but you don't lose interactivity. Just fill out the comment form and place in one of the self-addressed stamped envelopes. Don't forget to throw in a green thumbs up or a red thumbs down. Your feedback will be sent directly to the creator of that particular
Yeah,
video.
but for a push, I never seen a
So you can
feet now
maintain
push
the
do that.
dialogue that you're used to. The YouTube
Yo, that
Collection
shit
isn't just a
bananas,
sampling of
man.
YouTube, it's all of YouTube. Every
Yo,
YouTube
what
video
y'all be thinking, man? Always some crazy shit going on in the bodega in the store, right? Yo, y'all gotta be seeing what the bum ass niggas be coming on after 10 o'clock. Yeah. We got that purple going on. The Lacoste King purple. What up, what up? I scooped up something up. You got YouTube?
Yeah.
We're gonna give you the channel. Let me see. We'll give you the channel, my channel. We live right now.
How much is it?
$250. Alright.
No, they go straight of mana.
Yeah.
She go further on vein.
Wow.
And he believe it.
Right. You believe anything.
Probably he gave her the whole money he had.
Oh. Yeah. No good.
Can you get the bag to this?
Yeah, I got you. Let me just see one thing. What we have short. I just want to see one second. Okay, yeah, right here. So yeah, that's the channel, brother. Thank you.
Okay.
You can go back and see everything. Thank you, man. All right. Hey, hey. All right.
How are you?
All right.
8-piece chicken, hot wings and order onion rings.
All right. Vamos a salir hoy.
Ahí sí, un rato.
That's right. ¿Quieres salsa algo?
Sí, dame rancho o algo así. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mama. Anytime.
Take care.
You're welcome. Yeah, what up? Sí. Yeah. We trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I need y'all to help me get to 1,000. I need 55 more people for 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe and like the video. That's all we ask for. Nothing extra, nothing more. Subscribe and like the video. Thank you. We almost there. Live from the deli. I got the largest Lacoste collection in the NYC. You dig? Every day, a different day, a different fit. That's a guarantee. Different day, different fit. These bosses over here. We just scooped up something brand new from Lacoste. A brand new red tee real quick. You know how we doing it. Got about 40 red tees. 40. A different day, a different fit. We trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I need like 62 people. Need y'all to help us out, man. Help us out. I'm taking a look at these Breitling watches, man. I might scoop up a Breitling watch. I don't know if y'all know about them Breitlings. They fire, man. After Rolex, the Breitlings come in. I'm thinking about we're gonna get them Breitling watches. Let me see what they tell me about Breitling. Breitling watches, they fire, man. They be going up there. Some of them be 100,000. What you need? What you need? Dame ese dulce. El mío, de color. Breaking, expanding in 3 minutes.
This is short on time.
Puerto Rican do?
Yeah, you and Lime guy with everything.
Yeah,
She's
delivery.
Big Ten with the Lorix door.
Breitling is a Swiss watch brand
How
founded
much,
by
please?
Leon
Yeah.
Breitling in the year 1884. Above all else, Breitling is known for its rich history of aviation watches. And these often large watches, often with busy dials,
About to
grace
get
the
me one
wrist
of
of
these
pilots
Breitling
for
watches.
decades. Over the years, the brand has expanded its catalog
Cost,
to
some of them
include a
cost
variety of
10,000,
complicated tool
some of them
watches,
cost
including
50,000.
several that combine
I
analog
seen this
and
nice
digital
one for like
displays.
7
Since
racks. I'm about to
2017,
scoop
Breitling
that
has
up.
been under the leadership of George Kern, a widely respected executive in the industry who's brought new energy to the heritage brand. First and foremost, Breitling is known for the Navitime. This pilot's chronograph launched in 1952 and features an automatic movement and layers of measurement tools encircling the dial, including a slide rule bezel for quickly calculating things
In
like
2000,
speed,
in the
gas
year
consumption, and
2000,
elapsed time. The
first Navitimer, reference 80 since became the official watch of the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, better known as the AOPA. And it featured the famed Valjoux 72 movement, which also powered Rolex's Paul Newman Daytona. Other key models include the Premier, of which there are some very attractive vintage examples.
I need a favor. I got $7. Can I get a hero?
Experiencing a well-deserved revival. The budget-friendly
I
Super
didn't check
Ocean
cheese,
and
bro.
the slightly less budget-friendly
Please.
Super Ocean
Got a hero.
Heritage.
Yeah.
The Colt, the Chronomat, and the Emergency, which can send out a distress signal in the event of a plane crash.
Yeah,
Prices
Colt.
for Breitling range from roughly $5,000
got hot
to
money
$10,000
right
per model. They generally tend to hold their value well, but they don't have any superstar models on the secondary market, like the Omega Speedmaster or certainly the
Yeah, I gotta switch it today, bro. Good looking out, man.
on complicated watches. You'll want to factor in potential repair costs when considering a purchase. Now, a niche brand like Breitling naturally attracts a niche consumer. Aviation enthusiasts have a soft spot for the brand, while others might choose to spend that same amount of money elsewhere. There's an undeniable charm that comes with these vintage Navitimers, and the brand has cause for optimism with both a new CEO and with a surge in vintage-inspired watches across the board. If you've got a slightly larger wrist and your eyes on the skies, Breitling is certainly a brand to consider. I'm Thomas of Crunch 24. We will have more videos coming to the channel all the time, so be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment below, and in the meantime, enjoy your watches.
What up, brother? Yeah.
When you talk about classic watch brands, the name Breitling inevitably becomes part of the conversation. Of course, the first model that springs to mind is the Navitimer, as it's truly iconic and perhaps the first name you think of when talking about pilot's watches in general. That said, the Breitling name is on the dial of so many significant watches throughout history that breaking it all down can be intimidating. So today we look to assist by exploring what you need to know before you buy a Breitling. This video will be broken down into 4
I'm looking at one. I seen a
First,
nice
the
one they
Breitling
got with
backstory
different
and
colors
their
all over the
historical
hands and all
significance.
that.
2, the different
Nah,
model
niggas
families
only
and
worry
major
about
points.
Paddocks
3,
and all that
why
shit,
or why
man.
not
It's like
Breitling.
Audemars
And
and
finally,
shit.
number
I
4,
seen
some of our top picks
fire,
from our
man.
catalog.
Let me see what.
Breitling's history dates back to 1884 when Leon Breitling first began as a watchmaker,
That's what I'm
eventually
saying. That
setting up
shit
a
from
more
old
permanent
times, nigga.
home
Yeah.
for Chaux de Fonds in 1892, when the need for a larger facility arose as the production increased. Some of his inventions included a pulsograph, allowing doctors to read a patient's pulse, as well as a chronograph that measured up to 2/5 of a second increments.
1350.
By the dawn of the 20th century, Breitling had sold more than 100,000 chronographs and stopwatches, laying a foundation for later developments in the coming decades. Leon's son Gaston succeeded him and was at the helm for several other significant progressions, including one of the first wrist-worn chronographs, a 1950 Breitling pocket watch featuring a strap and a monopusher. A few years later, in 1923, Breitling introduced a chronograph with 2 pushers, one at 2 o'clock and the other in the crown. It's this watch that made it possible for a stopwatch to measure multiple times in sequence, and in 1934, the brand shifted the reset pusher to 4 o'clock. In doing so, helping to lead the charge in redefining the layout for chronographs going forward throughout the entire industry. In 1938, Breitling, now led by Gaston's
This nigga
son
put
Willie,
mad shit into the
started
watch
their
that
own
was extra,
aviation
bro.
Right.
Now niggas just say mad bread to
Yeah, you know when they did Y2K, when the time was gonna change, everybody was stuck. They thought the computer was gonna.
Everything's gonna go digital, all of that.
Breitling had the pilots in space on time. They had it exactly when they was gonna hit 12. Only they by the chromatic, whatever system they had, they had it that it was gonna be exactly 12 when it turned.
slide rules.
The pilots in space, everything.
In 1952, the
the way it's
company was
supposed
approached by the
yeah, it was
Aircraft
calibrated
Pilots Association
correctly.
to
You
create
can
a
synchronize
special
all the
tool
watches
watch
and
for
everything
Right.
at the same
pilots.
time.
The result was a piece that might ring a bell, the Navitimer.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
an
you
all-black
know.
dial, 41mm stainless steel case, chronograph movement, and its iconic bidirectional slide rule bezel. The slide rule bezel was one of the most important tools for pilots of the era, simplifying the calculation of average speed, distance traveled, fuel consumption, rate of climb or descent, and the conversion of miles to kilometers or nautical miles. With all of these functions available on the Navitimer, naturally it was a hit amongst pilots. The Navitimer, known as whose reference 806 was introduced on a wider scale in 1956 with the Breitling Bridge logo above the Wings logo instead of the AOPA logo. The Navitimer even made it to space, with astronaut Scott Carpenter specifying one with a 24-hour dial, known as the Cosmonaut, to distinguish day and night during his 1962 orbital mission. By this time, the Navitimer's subdials had gone from black to silver, or reverse panda as it's known today. And while the Navitimer certainly garners the lion's share of attention when talking about Breitling, the brand does have a long list of classic references in its 20th century heyday. That includes the elegant Premier chronographs, the no-nonsense look of the AVI model with 12-hour bezels, the Super Ocean Dive Watch series, which arose in 1957, being among the first wave of proper dive pieces in the industry, the Top Time chronographs with its racing design and tachometer bezel,
He do this every day.
chronographs, and later the iconic modern chronograph with its distinctive bullet-style bracelet of the 1980s. With the advent of quartz, Breitling's fortunes faded like many brands in the industry, and the brand passed from the family in 1979, with the new owners eventually building the brand back up, focusing on larger, flashier pieces during the period, building one of the most recognizable luxury names in the industry, especially in the United States. Then in 2017, the company was bought by a private equity firm, with George Kern, a leading veteran of the watch industry, coming in to lead the organization. The timing was fortuitous, as vintage watches were gaining some real traction among collectors, and the Breitling name still had huge cachet among those in the market, to bring the name back to its rightful place among prestige brands, and started on that path with the release of the black-dialed Navitimer reference 806 1959 re-edition. He went as far to bring in one of the world's biggest Breitling collectors, Fred Mandelbaum, as a consultant on the project. The new version of the original Navitimer was a success, and it kicked off a resurgence in popularity for the brand. This, along with the rebirth of the Premier name, the updated Chronomats, Avengers, and the acquisition of the Universal Genève name, make for an intriguing last decade. But now let's take a look at the modern Breitling catalog to help give some color to how to navigate it. There are currently 9 Breitling model families, so we'll touch on each one briefly. First up is the classic AVI, the contemporary version of the Copilot 765 AVI pilot's watch unveiled in 1953. Now, you won't see the 15-minute recorder at 3 where you'll find the date window on most watches, but the modern AVI does feature the familiar ratcheted bidirectional 12-hour bezel and a 3-register chronograph layout. Movements include the Valjoux-based automatic caliber 23 and the B04 automatic GMT chrono movement, and Breitling's caliber B09, the manually winding version of their column wheel B01 automatic used in the historic re-editions. The AVI range is the descendant of those cockpit flight instruments made by the in-house aviation department, including stainless steel, red or white gold, and even ceramic case materials. Sizes span from 41mm for the vintage-inspired re-editions to 42mm for the modern versions, and the bigger wristed will also be happy to find 46mm case choices too. Next up is the shining star of Breitling's lineup, the iconic Navitimer. Now encompassing a broad range, there are more than 40 variants under the Navitimer umbrella, from the small case 3-handers to gold and diamond decorated variants, all the way up to the show-stopping chronographs and precious metals. If you had to pick the one icon from the brand, this would be the one. In recent years, the Navitimer has been seen only as being viable for those with larger wrists. However, that is not an accurate representation nowadays, with the 41mm case versions wearing like 39mm on the wrist, given their short lug-to-lugs of 46.5mm. For context, that is half a millimeter shorter than 38mm Kawasaki Fields on wrist, or a full millimeter smaller than the Tudor Black Bay 58. Of course, the larger Navitimers are there too, in 43mm and 46mm, with those along with the 41s getting their in-house column wheel chronograph movement, the B01. Some of the other high points include the newer 41mm GMT model, 3-handers that simplify the presentation, and the historic limited re-editions of the manually wound 806 chrono in steel or precious metals. Moving on to the Avenger series of modern pilot's watches, you're presented with a range of 20 references that encompass 42mm automatic stainless steel 3-handers and variety colors to larger versions up to 46mm. The lineup even offers B01 powered chronographs in steel or titanium, and the 44mm night mission versions, which look especially tough with their blacked out ceramic cases and bold dials. The Avenger series has been a favorite of Breitling fans for years, and it fits the bill perfectly for those in search of a contemporary pilot's watch with substantial wrist presence and the effortless tactical cool to go along with it. Now we come to the most refined line of Breitling chronographs, the historic Premier family. The name was introduced in 1943, and many of these vintage pieces represent grails for discerning vintage collectors. These watches, in their simplest form, come with 2-register orientation with automatic variants running on the B01, which will deliver a case size of 42 millimeters. For those that desire something a bit smaller, that is where the manually wound B09 comes into play, trimming a significant amount off the thickness, as well as being 40 millimeters in diameter, with a piece like the pistachio green being one of the brand's best sellers. The Premier only gets more complicated from here, including the least expensive split-second chronograph that I am aware of on the market with the Duograph, and the beautiful calendar watch known as the Datora, which for its price is one of the best points of value in all of watchmaking for a watch of the complication type. For context, this watch often gets compared to the Patek Philippe 5290P. At the top of the range, you'll find the 42mm Premier Tourbillon, with 3 choices, each named for different generations of the Breitling family. These are available in white or yellow gold, as well as platinum, and represent the absolute pinnacle of the Premier lineup. The unique caliber B21 combines a tourbillon and chronograph in a movement co-developed with La Joux-Perret. Next up is Breitling's most playful chronograph line, the Top Time. Originally developed as a youth-oriented alternative to the pilot-specific Navitimer, the Top Time made its impact on pop culture with model variants like the distinctive Zorro versions. A Top Time even made it onto the silver screen when James Bond wore one in Thunderball. That very same prop watch was discovered in a car boot sale in England for just £25 and sold in 2013 for nearly £104,000. The current Top Time family has plenty to choose from, with nearly all of them being collaborative special editions. They include tie-ins to iconic names in motoring, including Ford Mustang, Chevy's Corvette, the Shelby Cobra, and motorcycle brands like Triumph. The case sizes extend from 41mm in steel and increase to a 43mm bronze tourbillon version and 44mm ceramic case variants, also featuring tourbillons. Movements utilized include the Breitling B23, a COSC certified version based on Valjoux or Sellita calibers, along with the previously mentioned B01 and B21 calibers. Now we come to Breitling's largest collection in regards to references, with the Chronomat. As mentioned, the Chronomat has lived a few separate lives within its life cycle, first appearing in the 1940s. However, the design style that most informs today's collection was from 1984. These pieces at the time were designed with input from the Italian Air Force Jet Exhibition Squadron. The distinctive hallmarks of the model include rider tabs on the bezel that make for easier gripping, seating the bezel above the crystal to serve as a way to protect the glass, and the framed rouleau or bullet bracelet, with its links that make it one of the most comfortable wearing experiences in its class. Today's sizes include 32mm quartz 3-handers to bold 44mm chronographs. One of the most desirable configurations are the 40mm GMTs, available in a wide variety of attractive dials while delivering 200 meters of water resistance and COSC certified movements. Moving up to 42mm in size, chronographs make their appearance equipped with B01 movements and also could be paired on a rouleau style rubber strap. Further up market, the Chronomat becomes available in precious metals, jeweled versions, and the top of the line 44mm red gold super Chronomat 140th anniversary edition, featuring the B19 perpetual calendar movement with a moon phase supplied by Dubois de Praz. So far, we have been very aviation heavy, although diving as a category from Breitling is additionally strong. The Super Ocean name goes all the way back to 1957, with the originals being trailblazers at the time, as professionally capable dive watches were still in their infancy. With its signature concave bezel and distinctive oversized triangle on the circle dial markers, the Super Ocean had a bold look that epitomized mid-century design. The early Super Oceans boasted a stellar 200 meters of water resistance, but Breitling's innovation didn't stop there. A later version of the Super Ocean chronograph featured a unique caliber dubbed the Slow Motion, which used the chronograph to measure time spent at depth. The chronograph hand made 1 revolution per hour, making it a simple matter to view the elapsed time. The contemporary versions of the Super Ocean heritage begin with the vintage-style B20 Automatic 42, which takes classic cues and pairs them with a reworked case in the B20 movement. It's actually a joint effort between Breitling and Tudor, based on the COSC-certified MT5612, a caliber that lives inside the 42mm Pelagos. The Heritage B20 is also available in 44mm and 46mm cases for those with larger wrists, while keeping the retro modern aesthetic. For a more truly vintage feel, there's also the Super Ocean Heritage 57 edition, with case contours that faithfully look to the original, available in several special editions, utilizing a no-day caliber 10 with a Sellita base. Further up are the chronograph models, which include both Valjoux base takes that sit in a more attainable position compared to those B01 powered options. From the vintage to the contemporary, we then come to the modern Super Ocean, which, while still possessing some vintage Breitling style touches, namely the dial aesthetics of the vintage slow motion chrono, is very much more of a modern dive watch. Available in a broad range of sizes and colorways, you'll find punchy orange, yellow, white, and turquoise dials, along with more traditional black, blue, and darker green variations. This is also in line with Breitling samples with materials such as bronze for a suitably nautical feel, two-tone models in steel, and even gold. Movements in the modern Super Ocean are the caliber 17, a COSC certified chronometer based on the Sellita
This is Breitling.
with an unconventional.
After Rolex, Breitling they've been in the game for a minute, 100 years or so. I was thinking about scooping one up. The cheapest one you can get is like 3 racks. The cheapest one.
Planted bracelet being part of the design DNA. And the final Breitling family is the no-nonsense Professional series. These are the function over form collection built for harsh environments, geared towards explorers, extreme athletes, and anyone that needs a watch that can take some abuse. The watches under the Professional umbrella feature high-performance quartz calibers for maximum reliability, and they boast some other unique specifications too. The Endurance Pro chronographs are constructed of Breitling's proprietary composite known as Breitlight, and the movements are COSC certified super quartz chrono calibers quoted to run no worse than 10 seconds off from perfect time. They come in multiple colors, being available in 38mm to 44mm options. Next up is the Aerospace B70 Orbiter, a direct descendant of the original Aerospace analog digital quartz chronograph from 1985. Like that initial release, the B70 is constructed of titanium, and the new model was created to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the record-setting circumnavigation of the Earth in the Breitling Orbiter 3 hot air balloon. And additionally, there's the unique Breitling Emergency, a 51mm titanium beast tool watch that has a distinctive feature, a built-in emergency transponder beacon, activated by extending the antenna hidden behind the second screw-down crown. Bottom line, if you're out in the wilderness in serious trouble in a remote part of the world, this is what you want to have on your wrist. So now that we've touched on some of the highlights from Breitling, let's talk about why or why not going for Breitling. Let's start with why not. What are some of the considerations that I would bring up when looking at this brand when you're trying to make a buying decision? Now, first up is going to be, despite some progress, this is still a brand that will size many people out for certain styles. Mostly looking at larger starting points for some of their dive watches, usually around 42mm being those smallest sizes that you can get into. Yes, there are 36mm Super Oceans, which is important to mention, but there are some strange gaps in their sizing where I think many people might overlap with. That also extends into some of their chronomats and other chronographs throughout their collection. So if you are a smaller wrist, I won't say that it is as bad as it was in the past, but Breitling definitely does cater a bit more to those on the larger side of the wrist size spectrum. Another point I'd bring up, for those concerned about value retention, I would say that Breitling does fall behind some of the other peers in its class. Think Omega, Rolex, IWC, and others. Another thing I'd bring up is when looking at some of the movements on the inside of their three-hand models, mostly those where you have to look at when talking about this, are going to use ETA Sellita bases in many instances outside of something like the Super Ocean Heritage. Yes, they are going to be COSC certified, and they are not going to just drop in a movement and call it a day. I know for many, though, that might be a point where the value for money not make as much sense compared to some of the competition as well. And then one final thing I would mention with Breitling is that they have a lane that they do very well. They don't necessarily do dress watch as well. So if you are wanting to get something more elegant, this would probably not be the first brand that would be top of mind to consider. The Premier is absolutely viable, but more for the chronograph DNA rather than a traditional dress watch. But now we shift to why Breitling. And first, the thing I'll mention, amazing heritage. They are as influential as any brand when it comes to chronographs and pilot's watches. You could go as far in saying that for chronographs as well as pilot watches, there's not a brand that was more innovative in the 20th century. They also have several icons, and many brands are just chasing for one icon. Breitling has many. They have the Navitimer, they have the chronomat. The Aerospace models are not replicated anywhere else in the industry. And this is just scratching the surface. There are many others, but Breitling is a brand of icons, no question about it. And all of these designs that I mentioned, the Navitimer, the chronomat, These are peerless designs. In other words, if you want these watches, you're just not going to be able to scratch the itch looking elsewhere. I mean, look at the Chronomat. That is unmistakably Breitling, and you're going to be hard-pressed to find anything that's going to be able to do the same job as the Chronomat if you like this style. A couple other things I would mention is Breitling does dial colors exceptionally well. You look at the Top Time family, the Chronomats. I love their use of green. They do green superbly across a variety of different shades. And then pieces like the pistachio green being a great example of that within the Premier line, showing how they can have this more muted, understated tone that is less maybe poppy compared to some other greens out there. And then finally, they have one of the most proven in-house chronographs. And if you're looking at chronographs in general, Breitling dominates. The Beezer one, it helps set a standard for a chronograph movement made in-house for under $10,000. And you have so many different chronograph collections from this brand to get lost in. So now some quick final suggestions based on categories and where I would look. If you're looking for a dive watch from Breitling, very easy for me. I would recommend the Super Ocean Heritage. I like the design of it, but also the tie-in to the Tudor movement with that 70-hour power reserve, COSC movement. That all makes for a pretty compelling package and a sleeper in the entire collection in the industry, and especially within Breitling's collection. For the best go anywhere, do end.
6.
Thing watch, I would look at the Chronomat GMT. You have a COSC certified movement. You're getting 200 meters of water resistance, amazing colors. Also, the bracelet is so comfortable. If you've never tried out a Rulo bracelet, do yourself a favor and do it. It is unlike anything else in the industry. Now, for the dress category, as I mentioned, dress watches are not something that Breitling does that well. But if I was going to point to one model family that does it well, it's going to be the Premier. Yes, it's the chronograph, but the Premier B09 with the manual wound movement, 40mm case, a little bit thinner, can slide underneath some dress cuffs. This is the one area that I would recommend scratches the itch of going for a dress watch from Breitling. For the best retro designs, I like the Top Times. They infuse color exceptionally well. You're also getting the motorsport tie-ins, which I think are a nice draw. But I've always been a huge fan of vintage Top Times, and I think the contemporary collection, both on size with those 41mm options, another opportunity for those smaller wrists to look at the brand to go along with it. For best aviation, this one's easy, and you could probably argue maybe the best entry point for the brand in regards to understanding the DNA, their importance. It's the Navitimer. Next category is most distinctly Breitling. There's a few you could put in here. I'm going to argue the Chronomat. Yes, the Emergency is distinctly Breitling. The Aerospace is distinctly Breitling. But if I want something that might be more viable for the everyday and for more people, the Chronomat.
I got yogurt over there.
The bezel is unique. The handset is distinct. The dial, the rider tabs, the bracelet, of course. All of that creates a package from a design standpoint is unparalleled. And then one final thing I'll throw in here is a wild card. So where a brand gets a little bit crazy and funky, where would you look for Breitling? I would argue here the Aerospace is the place to go. You're getting a watch under $5,000, analog digital display, Aerospace B70. This is a design that I would argue is one of their icons, and when someone thinks of Breitling, it's probably on a short list at the top of consideration when it comes to point is unparalleled. And one final thing I'll throw in here is a wild card. So where a brand gets a little bit crazy and funky, where would you look for Breitling? I would argue here the Aerospace is the place to go. You're getting a watch under $5,000, analog digital display, Aerospace B70. This is a design that I would argue is one of their icons, and when someone thinks of Breitling, it's probably on a short list at the top of consideration when it comes to the image of the brand. But alright guys, that is the video here today, looking at everything you need to know before you buy a Breitling. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Really do appreciate that. If you'd like us to continue this series of looking at brands like this to this very fine degree, detailed degree, understanding the DNA, their importance, it's the Navitimer. Next category is most distinctly Breitling. There's a few you could put in here. I'm going to argue the Chronomat. Yes, the Emergency is distinctly Breitling. The Aerospace is distinctly Breitling. But if I want something that might be more viable for the everyday and for more people, the Chronomat would be where I would recommend. The bezel is unique. The handset is distinct. Dial, the rider tabs, the bracelet, of course, all of that creates a package from a design standpoint that is unparalleled. And one final thing I'll throw in here is a wild card. So where a brand gets a little bit crazy and funky, where would you look for Breitling? I would argue here the Aerospace is the place to go. You're getting a watch under $5,000, analog digital display,
Aerospace B70. This is a design that I would argue is one of their icons, and when someone thinks of Breitling, it's probably on a short list at the top of consideration when it comes to the image of the brand. But alright guys, that is the video here today, looking at everything you need to know before you buy a Breitling. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Really do appreciate that. If you'd like us to continue this series of looking at brands like this to this very fine degree, detailed degree, let me know in the comments down below what brand you'd like us to do a video like this with next. Also check out TeddyBallerStore.com, full authorized dealer for 30 brands, including Breitling. Every watch from TeddyBallerStore.com comes with quick and fast fulfillment, dedicated customer support, and full factory warranty. Also, if you have any questions about the watches on our website, reach out to us on live chat. We are on live chat basically every hour of the day, or on 18 hours a day. I know it's not every hour, but it's a big portion of the day. So if you have a question about a watch on our website, reach out to us. We'd love to help you out. Also, any purchase on our website helps us keep doing what we're doing here and producing content. We love what we do here, so really do appreciate that as well. But guys, thank you again so much for watching. Be well, and I will see you all very soon.
I got 2 classic bass food. One for this, one for my food. Bag with it. Thanks.
All right.
What's going on, guys? Teddy Baldassar here. Now, I know how overwhelming watches can be if you're first getting into them. And I probably put off this video a little bit too long, but I'm excited to finally address the topic today, which is 8 topics, 8 concepts that I think everybody should know about watches if they have a desire to learn more about them. Now, before we get into when you talk about classic watch brands, the name Breitling inevitably becomes part of the conversation. Of course, the first model that springs to mind is the Navitimer, as it's truly iconic and perhaps the first name you think of when talking about pilot's watches in general. That said, the Breitling name is on the dial of so many significant watches throughout history that breaking it all down can be intimidating. So today we look to assist by exploring what you need to know before you buy a Breitling. This video will be broken down into 4 primary pillars. First, the Breitling backstory and the historical significance. 2, the different model families and major points. 3, why or why not Breitling. And finally, number 4, some of our top picks from their catalog.
Yo, you got, I'm gonna give you my YouTube channel. You got YouTube?
Leon Breitling first began as a watchmaker, eventually setting up a more permanent home in La Chaux-de-Fonds in 1892, when the need for a larger facility arose as the production increased. Some of his inventions included a pulsograph, allowing doctors to read a patient's pulse, as well as a chronograph that measured up to 2/5 of a second increments. By the dawn of the 20th century, Breitling had sold more than 100,000 chronographs and stopwatches, laying a foundation for later developments in the coming decades. Leon's son Gaston succeeded him and was at the helm for several other significant progressions, including one of the first wrist-worn chronographs, a 1950 Breitling pocket watch featuring a strap and a monopusher.
I'm in the bodega. I'm live right now.
In 1923, Breitling introduced a chronograph with 2 pushers. One at 2 o'clock shifted the reset pusher to 4 o'clock. In doing so, helping to lead the charge in redefining the layout for chronographs going forward throughout the entire industry. In 1938,
I need like 50 more people to get 1,000 subscribers. You dig?
The UEAT Aviation Department, who built
I'm gonna do it right now. I got
instrument clocks that featured an 8-day power reserve, as well as developing watches specifically catering to pilots. By World War II, Breitling had become famous for their chronographs, and in 1940 introduced the very first one featuring a slide rule bezel, showcased in the chronomat. With the slide rule, pilots could then perform mathematical calculations without relying on the circular.
It's my man Sub-Zero. He's famous from back in the day.
In 1952, the company was
He used to do the DVDs back in the day. 90, 2000. He interviewed Dipset, 50 Cent, mad people. You seen him over here? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 41mm stainless steel case.
That's my man, yeah. Alright, bro. Yes, I got mad videos. Yeah, you know the vibe.
Pilots of the era, simplifying the calculation of average speed, distance traveled, fuel consumption, rate climb or descent,
I just want to see
and
one
the conversion
thing
of miles to kilometers or nautical miles. With all of these functions available on the Navitimer, naturally it was a hit amongst pilots. The Navitimer, known as the reference 806, was introduced on a wider scale in 1956 with the Breitling brand logo above the Wings logo instead of the AOPA logo. The Navitimer even made it to space, with astronaut Scott Carpenter specifying it with a 24-hour dial known as the Cosmonaut to distinguish day and night during his 1962
orbital mission. By this time, the Navitimer's subdials had gone from black to silver or reverse panda as it's known today. And while the Navitimer certainly garners the lion's share of attention when talking about Breitling, the brand does have a long list of classic references in its 20th century heyday. That includes the elegant Premier chronographs, the no-nonsense look of the AVI models with their 12-hour bezels, the Super Ocean Dive Watch series, which arose in 1957, being among the first wave of proper dive pieces in the industry, the Top Time chronographs with its racing design and tachometer bezel, the Chronomat,
I have over 100
and later,
videos.
the iconic modern Chronomat
Thank you,
with its
sir.
distinctive bullet-style bracelet of the 1980s. With the advent of quartz, Breitling's fortunes faded like many brands in the industry, and the brand passed from the family in 19...
I'm gonna get me them 60 subscribers today. Watch in the store. We need just to get 1,000. We almost at 1,000 subscribers. We gonna get them today. So homie said right here, he bought. Look what he said. When he, we need about 50 songs. Yeah, I just scooped up like right now about 8. Yeah, we gonna get it. We trying to get to 1,000, man. We're gonna make that plateau tonight. Shit, 2,000 people walk through that door. That shit gonna be easy, 50 people. So look what they say about the Breitling watch. That is an emergency model brand. Model Breitling was talked about on the Sean Ryan podcast. The former CEO who formed the contracting group formerly known as Blackwater, he stated that he ordered like 150 of them for his top personnel in the company, and one of them was used once by a guy in expedition that went awry. They were apparently not able to get help through the whatever means they had with them and had to use that beacon on the watch to signal for help. Very interesting. Wow. Not bad. Deep. This is correct. The older ones only utilize the older frequencies that are still monitored by aircraft and sensor stations. But if those aren't around, you're in trouble. The newer models use both older frequencies for honing in your local as well as the GPS-enabled frequencies, which will initiate a rescue response anywhere as long as you have satellite coverage. Oh man, these Breitlings is fire, man. We gotta get that. We gonna scoop up some Breitlings. So then,
concepts that I think everybody should know about watches if they have a desire to learn more about them. Now, before we get into this video, head over to tabolosa.com, full authorized dealer of 20 brands. Also have hundreds of different watch straps available. You can get 5% off your first order. Wait, maybe you don't know what an authorized dealer is. Maybe you don't know how to switch out straps on your watches. You don't know the tools that you need. Well, by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to do that and also know what that means. Now, before we get into this video here, looking at 8 topics, one other thing to mention, I have 2 videos that I think will be good to watch as well in unison with this video. One will be looking at just the terminology around watches. I think it's good to know the different parts of a watch if you want to actually know more about watches. The other one is more about complications. So complications, basically anything outside of just telling the time on a watch or any other function. For example, on the watch that I'm wearing right now is in 556, a date complication. So that's a pretty simple one. They get way more complex from there, but I'd also reference that video in addition to this as being a helpful guide. But to begin here, I think the first place to start is looking at the 2 primary types of watches. And by that, I mean basically the movements inside of them. So you have your mechanical watches, and you also have your quartz watches. Now, there are 2 different types of mechanical watches. You have your...
okay.
Thank you.
Manual or hand-wound watches, which actually require you as a owner of a watch to manually wind the watch using the crown inside of the case, or you also have your automatic watches, which will wind automatically with the help of a winding mass or a rotor on the back.
It's 450.
What's your channel?
It's correct. Okay, yeah. So boom, we'll wait till that. Alright.
好，拉了。
Okay.
好，拉了。
Okay.
好，拉了。
Okay.
好，拉了。
Okay. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. We almost got 1,000 subscribers. We're gonna get it today.
You're gonna get it today?
Yeah. I need like 40 something. We're gonna get it today. I got over 700 videos in the store. I got the largest Lacoste collection ever.
Are you open for 24 hours?
Yeah, no, we 20 hours here.
I think you'll get it.
Thanks. Yeah, I see over almost 2,000 people a day here. We'll get it. So we do this. I'm sorry, that. Just tap it right here. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Okay, we almost there. Need y'all to help me get them to that 1,000. We're gonna get them tonight. We need to get it. Share the channel, man. Help me get to 1,000. Hello.
Oh, I think the show was open.
No, it's good.
Can I have a Slim Jim?
Sure.
How much are those?
These are 2. These are 50 cents. And these are 150. All right. So everything there. 625.
Oh, look at the big gummy.
You got YouTube? You got your phone with you? YouTube? Oh, okay. You got YouTube?
Not downloaded.
All right.
You don't got YouTube downloaded? Remember, this is on your phone. I don't got most of my house.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we're gonna get to that 1,000 tonight, baby. Yeah.
So, I never knew your name wasn't Warwick.
No, it's not.
Your last name?
It's Warwick.
Warwick?
Yeah, somehow they made a transposition when they printed the first label of my recording to make me over. And they took away one of the R's and put a W in its place, so I became a Wick instead of a Rick. But, and I was very upset about that. I still am.
I can imagine.
Yeah. It's been very good to me, I must say that.
Yeah.
It
really has. So, I never knew your name wasn't Warwick.
No.
It's a thin line between loyalty and stupidity. Don't never let a nigga run that game on you. I be loyal, but I ain't gonna be stupid, nigga. Yeah. You ain't just gonna use that loyalty to the point to where it's like I'm out here just betraying myself. That's real. I'm so loyal to you that I betray myself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We all here to be used. We just not here to be misused. Yeah. It's a thin line between loyalty and stupidity. Don't never let a nigga run that game on you. I be loyal, but I ain't gonna be stupid, nigga. Yeah. You ain't just gonna use that loyalty to the point to where it's like I'm out here just betraying myself. That's real. I'm so loyal to you that I betray myself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We all here to be used. We just not here to be misused. Yeah. It's a thin line between loyalty and stupidity. Don't never let a nigga run that game.
How often has the word of God tried to send you away from things that's outside of God's will? How often has the Holy Spirit tried to send you away from things outside of God's will? Like the Lord is trying to send you away from immorality. He's trying to send you away from lies. He's trying to send you away from false prophets. He's trying to send you away from strongholds in your mind. He's trying to send you away from gossip and slander, away from lustful practices, away from crystals and mystics and psychics. And if you read the New Testament, you will hear the voice of the Lord trying to send you away from everything that's outside of God's will for your life. You will feel the Spirit convicting you when you're about to step into something that's outside of God's will for your life. It's only when we're immature we only celebrate for things that make us feel goosebumps. For as much as you love cotton candy ministry, you love for your ego to be stroked, you hate conviction. Man, when you grow up, you start to be thankful that the Lord loves you so much that He will convict you in your heart to send you away from everything that's outside of God's will for your life. How often has
Max B released from prison. What this nigga Bill Gates owns the cheapest watch collection in billionaire history.
Bill Gates keeps it surprisingly simple. Today, we're counting down 10 shocking facts about his watch collection. Kickstarting our countdown today is the $70 casual dive watch. You'd think a billionaire with one of the highest net worths in the world would be rocking a Rolex or a Patek Philippe. Instead, Gates wears a Casio Duro NDV 106 1AV, a rugged dive watch that costs only $70. This watch, released in 2013, has a black face, stainless steel case, simple hour markers, a resin strap, and 200-meter water resistance. It's practical, no doubt, but also a bit surprising for someone who could afford any luxury brand on the planet. The funny part is that Gates is worth billions, yet his most recognizable watch is something you could grab at Walmart. It's like expecting a private jet and getting a bicycle. His choice says a lot. While he has the money to buy anything, he keeps it simple, and maybe that's the real flex. Now, before you laugh, hold tight. Our number 2 is even more bargain bin. The $25 everyday date watch. Bill Gates seemed to have a soft spot for Casio watches. Aside from his Duro, he's also been seen wearing the Casio MRW 200H 1B2 VDF. This watch is as simple as they come. It has a black analog face, a date window at 3 o'clock, and a reliable quartz movement. There's no sparkle or high-end tech, just pure practicality. In fact, the price is pegged at $25 on Amazon. That's the kind of money you might set aside for a kid's Christmas present. For someone who co-founded Microsoft, you'd expect to watch that screams luxury or innovation. But Gates keeps it modest, showing he values function.
Hey, mother.
Sure, that sounds penny pinching.
Let me just get some papers. Let me get some more elements.
Up next is the $24 digital alarm clock on a strap. Among Gates' watch choices, the cheapest one is the Casio W214H 1AV Illuminator sports watch. Priced at just $24, it's a fully digital...
Max B's home. Harlem legend. He did 17 years. Big East Coast star.
Have a good one, man.
Do you know any Max B records? Do you know who he is?
I never heard of him. I'm 48 years old. I am a hip-hop expert. His music has never been played outside of New York. We don't know who Max B is. Don't know who he is, what he home for. Don't know what he was in prison for. Nigga, we from the South. And in the South, we've never connected to anything outside of Jay-Z, Nas, Jada Kiss, Biggie, LL Cool J, Max B's and Jim Jones. I fuck with Jim Jones by way of Dipset now. Nigga, it was more Joel Santana was the Jim and the rest of them niggas was background singers. You know, the Joel, Cameron came, Cameron had the niche with the pink fly. The rest of them were just props. Yeah, they were fly in Harlem, but to the rest of the world, them niggas props, homie. That's why we looking at like Big Dog Jim. Nigga, you was your props. We ain't now song we can sing other than ball and nigga, we don't know nothing.
Thank you, bro.
We ain't never heard bumping them that in the trap other than Dipset. And Joel's was the nigga.
Let me get
so I don't know what these niggas, but you know the has-been. So I tell young niggas, you got different category of niggas. You got used to be niggas, still ain't shit. That's why he still talk about who he used to be. You got the has-been niggas. The has-been niggas, the Jim Jones and the Max B, them niggas back in the day. They still trying to live like that's the has-been. Don't want to retire.
I mean, it's hard to say Max B's a has-been.
Any been in prison for 17 years is a has-been. Has-been. You got 17 years of doing nothing in the world. You think you supposed to quantum leap in today's society, and you still that same Big Meech couldn't do it. Bobby Shmurda couldn't do it. What makes you think Max B gonna do it? You know why I think he gonna do it? He's much more presentable and articulate and
This
give an
dude's
interview.
corny. You know who he
He
is?
sound like he spent more time.
He said he don't know who's Max B. He's from the South. He's corny though. He's from the South. He heard of Jay-Z. He heard of Nas. He don't know who's Jim Jones, Max B. And he be getting a lot of airplay. Like, he sound corny. He sound like a hater. God, you got no life, man. Who comes to the store, walk 10 blocks? You walk 10 blocks in this cold weather to come here again. You was just here an hour ago. Wow. Pathetic. 10 blocks you walk. I'm not walking 10 blocks for a piece of ass. For a shorty. I wouldn't walk 10 blocks. Yeah, we ain't doing that. Yeah, man. Since y'all been on this live, dudes ain't got no life. You're going to see dudes come to the store 8, 10 times a day just because they don't got shit to do. Not because they shopping, none of that. Just because they ain't got shit to do. They pop up in the store. They pull up to the bodega. Yeah, Charleston. I don't know who he is. I'm not liking his vibe right there. He sound like a hater, though. Who's Max B or the Jim? I don't know who's he. I only know Jay-Z, the Nas's, and all that.
Elevating and growing
Charleston.
Rather the rest come out delayed.
This is the first time I've seen him sporadically.
They're chewables, right?
No. They're $14.
Right away when he got out of jail, he hit the ground running.
Well, that's what you gotta do. You gotta show some growth. If you can't come out and talk the growth, then you lead the people back.
Yeah, Charleston.
So they're gonna compare where you are, where you was, and who you are today, and kill who you are today because you don't look like what you was.
Only just over the counter medicine.
All of them, because homie, these people waiting to hear. They want to hear the story. They want to hear your journal. They want to hear what you done went through. And you leave the people hanging when you do that. That's why my mama would say shit like, son, you overcome everything by the power you touch the street.
Dayquil or NyQuil?
I want to deal with sleep.
Don't give me shit. Okay, NyQuil.
I found out here that you would say the king's here to go tell my story.
What time should I take
I bring people over by telling my story.
A half hour before you go to sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Talk to y'all tomorrow, y'all. Thanks for the love. All right.
Oh, you need to take it, bro.